I am overwhelmed, and I'm certainly cringing with the praise. However, I put that aside because there's something far more important happening here, and I'm simply a part of a movement. And I've said that from day one. This is a movement of energy, of vibrancy and vision to say that we will steer the country in a different way. We will never accept the normalisation of genocide. We will never accept 16,000 households. 16,000 households. We don't even know how many people without a home as collateral damage to an appalling and unacceptable neoliberal ideology that has made a philosophy of knowing the value, the price of everything and the value of nothing. A home is the most essential ingredient to give security of tenure, whether that's in a local authority house, whether that's a bought house, a rent-cost rental. It is the most basic ingredient of a society and of a republic. And it is not the collateral damage is not acceptable. A public health system, and I'll come back because I've been asked to talk a little bit about my family, which I'm reluctant to do because I'm extremely private, and so are my sisters and brothers. But perhaps I'll come back to it in a minute as to how it has shaped me. We need an integrated public transport system. We need to call out the existential threat that is climate change, posed by climate change. We need to make language mean something. We declared a climate emergency and a biodiversity emergency almost by accident back in 2019 through pressure and young children outside the Dáil that finally shamed us to declaring a climate emergency. I'd like to tell you that that was proactive government policy. It was not. It was the power of the people on the ground and the power of our children and our young people and people of all ages that forced us to make that declaration. And I welcome that the government did that. But we have not had the transformative action that's absolutely necessary. Transformative action if we are to take serious action in relation to climate change, in relation to what we learned about our absolutely not fit for purpose public health system when the pandemic struck, when COVID struck. We've learned nothing from that either. And we are normalising war as a way of bringing peace. The absurdity of that doesn't need any explanation from me. So I stand here as someone who made a decision with the help of the small team who worked with me and put up with me. And I made that decision and I was asked to stop using the word tortuous. And they were absolutely right to ask me to stop using that word. But it was a tortuous decision. And it was a tortuous decision for many reasons, because who am I to say I should be President of Ireland? What gives me the right to stand here before you and say I represent you as President of Ireland? So it took me quite a long time to come to terms with that and to realise that people see in me the characteristics that they wish to see in a president. I'm not presumptuous or arrogant to say that I'm the right person. I'm responding to what people see in me. Sometimes I don't see it myself. And I take no credit for those characteristics. I got them from my father and mother and my siblings.